Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode. Today we've got an interesting day planned, but I'm feeling the swim yesterday in the old legs. So today's morning session is going to be a lovely just paddle, nice and easy, low intensity on the water out here. No battle paddling, no bursts, maybe some bursts, but if there are going to be any bursts, they're going to be nice and low. Taking what I learned yesterday in the drills and falling in, just having a bit of confidence, or using the confidence gained from falling in. Then later on today, we're going to see about an interesting cycle, whether it's going to be a long one, a short one, a hilly one, or not. But really enjoying the cycling currently, and it does, I think, make a big difference to the erg training itself. But first things first, we're going to head on the water. So let's get to it. And we've finished a lovely session on the water this morning. Very, very warm. So it was almost as if, was I tired? Was I trying harder and not realizing? I didn't have the stroke coach on, so I'm not sure of the speeds. I could check Strava to see how my speeds have compared, but it felt maybe a little bit tired, or maybe I changed a little bit of the settings on the boat. I moved the rigger forward as I'm trying to get more weight into the stern, because I'm a long boy, so it's quite easy for me to put weight behind me, especially when I've got my torso, shoulders quite heavy above the center of gravity of the boat, and it's quite easy to wobble around and go backwards and forwards. So if I move everything forward, then it should limit the factor of that. But as always, not a case of just rigging around a problem, trying to fix, trying to be stable, trying to be balanced, trying to be in control, but also if there's parts of the boat that can change to make it easier, to make those improvements better, then trying them out, you can always change them back. But now, as always after session, it's time to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel, and after that session, I am quite tired. So, I'm going to have a lovely fuel. And we've made it back, or we're still in the house, but Yam and I went a little bit of a walk, and I'm sweating again, because not only is it hotter than the other day, it is hotter than the other day, so I'm very, very much sweaty. But now it's going to be interesting for the cycle, with it being so hot. But unlike the erg, when it's really hot, the air doesn't really move around you, even though the fan's moving some air. The air will be moving around. So I'm going to look at a route that goes through, so there's a railway bridge, or the old railway line that around Bath and Bristol, they've repurposed into a cycle route, or a walking cycle route. And it's reasonably wide and very flat. So I want to go find that. and it's through some tunnels, which are really, really cool. They're all lit up, not greatly bright, and it has little music stations as well, so it's pretty cool just to cycle through there, and it's flat, and it's cool shaded, but I can't just go, I think it's maybe 2 or 3k, I can't just go 2 or 3k back and forward a few times. So I'm going to let it to Strava decide, hopefully including that bit of the path, and then I'll loop round, a little bit of exploration, something different, a little bit of variation, because remember, variation is one of the keys to motivation, and then we're going to recover after we cycle. But now, since it's going to be a reasonably long cycle, I'm going to have to fuel up some more. So I'm going to have some more snacks, and then I've actually got a little bit of a nice lolly to help cool me down. But then we get a bigger snack. I'll see you on the bike. And we've made it outside now. The sun is beating down. It's not quite the hottest part of the day, but it definitely feels like it. Don't know if you can see behind me. I've got my snacks for the ride today. My phone is also behind me, so I'm not going to be able to show you, but hopefully it's on the screen somewhere, the route of today. I wanted to explore the railway path, and is this rolled up? Oh, my bib isn't rolled up, I need to roll it up. But before that, the path, the cycling path, it goes through tunnels. It's a pretty sweet, or at least the part that I was on the other day, wide enough to go reasonably quickly, flat enough to go reasonably quickly without spending too much energy, and clear, I would say. But we're going to explore that and see what happens, and then we're going to go round to the beach from Bath, and then go around north and then south, and then you come down. I think we're coming down the number 2 hill in all of Britain according to the top 100 climbs. I'm not sure if it's Lansdowne Road, but it's on Lansdowne area, and we're coming down there to finish off the cycle, which is up there, I think. That way? Yeah. It's up there. So, I'm going to get on the bike. I've got my GoPro all there, catching on, I think that's there, sorted to capture the moments of the cycle. The last time I tried to do a time lapse of the whole ride, it didn't quite work. I think the GoPro overheated. The Fusion does have an issue with overheating, so I'll just be capturing little bits here and there, or if I want to have a chat with you, then I'll have a chat with you, but no time lapse unless a time lapse works. We're gonna hopefully having a few. I've got some liquid. I've drank some. I'm already pretty hydrated. Got the fuel, like I said. Got 3 bananas. Got a couple of Amsport flapjacks. Probably about 1,000 calories in my pouches behind me. So hopefully it all goes well, and I'll see you during or after the ride. Oh yeah! And we've made it onto the cycle path. Hopefully you can hear me in the wind. Much wider, much flatter than I thought. A little bit of a wobbly start, getting lost to find it. But we're on a good one now. Only 95k to go. Just past the 20k mark, 1/5, alright. We have left the cycle path. We're in Bristol. We've got 75k left. Time for a banana. We're back post banana break, about 73 kilometres in or left. A little bit of an explore of Bristol, because my turn-by-turn navigation on my watch has been very literal. So if it says left, you turn left. If it says right, you go through that brick wall and get to the other side. But hopefully we'll get through Bristol at some point, and we'll continue like we did on the railway path. Oh yeah! Another half banana time. And we've made it to the seaside. Oh, we do love to be beside the seaside. Okay, we've stopped off once again. The GPS tried to lead me through a landfill, so it's always an adventure, but we're about an hour or 2 hours and 20 in. We've got some K left, I think about 60, maybe 50. So it's half banana time to keep fueling up and then go and chase somebody who just passed me to see if we can combine forces So finishing off this banana and go that way to try and join the track again. Oh yeah! And we've just managed 50k. 50k remaining. Oh, the legs are burning. And 30k left. Banana time. And we're in the last 10k. Yeah. And we've made it back to the house, unfortunately, on the last bit of the bike ride. You know how I said this might hopefully be the last hill? Well, it wasn't the last hill because we had to go down, basically, Bath is in like a U or a V, and we had to get to the top of said V or U. So that last hill that I thought was the last hill, we went back down, and then we went up the climb that was number 2 in the 100 climbs to finish off the ride. So absolutely fantastic. It's a great way to finish off the first 100k bike ride. But now, starting off with some more hydration, some chilled water, maybe some squash, and then going to seriously fuel up. Now I'll have a little bit of a chat about things that if you haven't done a bike ride like that, if you're a rower, or not a rower and just want to know, a little bit of tips. But that's for after some fueling up. Oh yeah. And we have made it still in the house, now recovered, fueled up, had some delicious Ben & Jerry's because I am in serious need of some calories and a lovely curry as well. But basically, I didn't plan on the cycle ending so late, and so I'm definitely in a calorie deficit today. And so let's have a look at the calories themselves according to my watch. Okay, 10,061 calories burned so far, so that's from one row and one cycle. Obviously the cycle is quite a lot, but it's basically by accident, according to my watch, I've burned 10,000 calories today. So tomorrow, that's going to mean I'm going to be in a bad state recovery wise, so I'll probably have a light day tomorrow, maybe just a short erg, just to help the body and the blood flow. But as you can tell, it's still very hot, and it's going to be very hot tomorrow. I've got the fan there blowing some cool air in this direction. But tomorrow is all about recovery after today, even though today wasn't supposed to be a massive day and trying to burn loads of calories, it ended up being like that. So I'm curious to know how many calories my watch will say I could burn if I really try. Like, I've watched some videos of people burning calories and it's saying they do a workout at 12 a.m. and then they do a workout at sort of 8, then 12, then 1. I did 2 workouts today and it recorded my walks, so the walks were 20 minutes and 10 minutes or something today, and the Yam did not like the heat today. But 2 workouts, bike and the row. Obviously the bike was a big workout. The bike itself, it says, let me see if it loads. It said I burned 4,975 calories in one workout. So that makes sense why the number is so high today, and that makes sense how I felt as well, because I was needing a lot more fuel on that ride, and probably not the best day to be doing my first 100k plus ride with the heat. So that brings me to my sort of experience today of cycling for a rower, or if you've never done 100k on a bike before, take a lot of fuel. A lot of fuel. Take more than you need, because yeah, you might be carrying a little bit more fuel, but it's better to have too much and not eat it all or drink it all than to run out. Basically, same thing with if it's really cold out. It's better to put too many layers on because you can take a layer off than having not enough layers and you can't warm up. And 2, probably don't do it on a day like today that's super hot. It does mean that I'll probably burn more calories, it'll put more stress on my body, but really if it's going to be cooler tomorrow or yesterday or the day after, then do you really have to do such a extraneous workout on the specific day? Maybe you could do it, I think there's supposed to be thunderstorms at the end of the week, but maybe you could wait for a cooler day. But obviously some people can't just do it on a cooler day because it's always cool. Maybe you can do it on a turbo as Yam crawls around. Maybe you can do it on a turbo and it can be indoors with AC or a fan on you if it's too hot outside, because yes, rowing is a rowing sport, but there are times where it can get too hot outdoors for a rowing competition, but that is really rare, especially for say Tokyo. It's going to be absolutely stifling hot plus super humid. I remember in 2017 in Florida for the World Champs, it was so hot and it made everything that much harder, but everyone deals with it, so it's just trying to get yourself dealing with it better. So maybe doing things on the hot days might help you acclimatise a bit better, but that's a whole nother video about acclimatisation and all that stuff. Today, accidentally burning 10,000 calories. Not feeling super hot, super great, but definitely felt like there's space to do a little bit more. I don't think I would do such a big bike ride in one stint, just because the fueling issue became a problem. And maybe I would do, if I'm really trying to burn calories, I would do a midnight workout, an 8-ish AM workout, maybe a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock workout, and then one at the end of the day, maybe 5 or 6. But each of them not really lasting more than 2 hours. And I think that would take me over. So if this bike was 5,000 calories and the row was about 1,000, so 6,000, I need to burn 6,000 calories on top of what I usually burn according to my watch. So if I split that up into 4 workouts, that's 1,500 calories, and that's pretty easy to do for 4 sessions, I would say. So I would be really interested, like in the 100k video with 4 90 minutes, that was approaching 12,000 calories, but who knows? Maybe in the future, Yam Squad will have how many calories can I burn, but after how I feel today, I'm very underfueled and I don't really want to do it anytime soon, so tomorrow will be extra fueling just to make sure I am nice and recovered and not too hard. But that's for future Yam Squad to look forward to, so make sure you are subscribed for that. And as always, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button and I will see you tomorrow in another episode of the vlogs. Oh yeah.